Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. The scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. Now, let's be fair. This scoreline does not tell the whole story. Let me make sure the audio is great. Like, come on. I'm happy. On the flip side, I'm kind of offended because Zinchenko. What are you doing? What are you doing, Zinchenko? You got away with it in the first half. Why must you repeat it in the second half? See, that is getting me. That's getting me upset. Why must Zinchenko repeat that nonsense in second? Why must he do that? Zinchenko should not be doing what he's doing. Oh Lord. Regardless, let me sum up the chat real quick. Mattel Simpson, I'm so happy. Worked the game to the 81st minute. We're cooking, definitely. We're cooking. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you like the video. You're not yet subscribed. Make sure you subscribe. Yes, we cooked by Mattel Simpson. Shout out to you. 87 days, my guy. How you doing? But I won't take any win for granted. I'm not taking any win for granted, but come on, Zinchenko is just acting like an ass. Let's call it for what it is. Zinchenko just did some of the dumbest things he should be doing. He did some dumb shit. Let's call it for what it is. Like, we were cruising and coasting, we were controlling the game. There was no need, right, at our own box to get that. What would I call it? Get that. What's the right word? What would be the right word? Complacent. He became too complacent. Let's not forget. In the first half, he actually got away with one. And if you look at some of our games, right, he has done it before. We do not have time to be giving out cheap goals. We do not have time giving out cheap goals, and I'm getting a little bit fed up with Zinchenko. I'm not saying I'm offended with him that won the game. No, I'm happy we won the game, but we cannot ignore the fact that Zinchenko has been doing this for a while, and he's getting away with it. He might cost us some games. 87, it comes from another chat. It says, Charlie, when Timber is back, Zinchenko might need a seatbelt for the bench. Guys, let's not get overly excited about Timber getting back. That might take a while. Even though we know he's not in the gym, he had that ACL injury. It takes a long time for you to get yourself back. So let's not be pinning our hopes on Timber. It just feels like someone needs to get into Zinchenko's head and tell him, I get it. He wants to be the inverted. He wants to play the ball. But when the game is that stretched and we're in our box, do not take unnecessary risk. Do not take unnecessary risk. That is the only dent of the game for me. Aside from that, first half were immaculate. We were immaculate. We were fantastic. The movement, the pace, the passing. Odegaard looked like he's back to his old self. It was looking sizzling. Martinelli and Saka, Trossard, they were all looking bright in this game, and I loved what I saw. I loved how defensively we were strong. Aside from that moment of madness from Zinchenko, it should have been a perfect game. I understand we should have scored more goals, but let's not forget we are playing the game in midweek on Tuesday, so you cannot overly exert yourself. You have to conserve energy for games to come. So I understand why we're a bit more mellow, more chilled, more introverted in our approach. I get it. You don't want to exert yourself too much because you have more games to come. But I'll appreciate you scoring more goals. But this, how will I put it? Zinchenko sacrificing a clean sheet just upset me. It just upset me. Yes, call me greedy. I wanted that clean sheet. But unfortunately, Zinchenko had other plans and he put them to use. So, Mattel Simpson comes on that chat. I haven't seen their goal. How bad was it? Go and watch the extended highlight after the show. It was a gift from Zinchenko. He should have played his lines. It was just a gift. They didn't work hard for their goal. It was a gift. 87 days comes with on the chat. Zinchenko needs to improve on his game management. Exactly. That is the right word. Game management. He's like, he begins to lose concentration in the game sometimes. You need to stay switched on and sharp. This is the English Premiership. You cannot avoid, sorry, not the word avoid, you cannot afford rather to be complacent. You can't afford to be complacent. At 2-0, 2-0 is a very, very dicey scoreline. Now, we got away with this, with this victory. Another day, any moment of brilliance is 2-2. We cannot be losing games like this. Or we can't afford to be drawing games because of our own self-sabotage. We cannot afford that. So Zinchenko needs to fix up. He needs to fix up as quick as possible. So aside from that, good game. I enjoyed it. We controlled the game. We made them look bang average, and I love the fact that we make Wolves look bang average, regardless of what they offered up front from the Korean guy and Konya. We were defensively solid, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Are you trolling? Mattel Simpson says Zini is good. I don't want to overly criticize Zini. He's good, but those moments of lapse in concentration, he needs to curb it. He needs to curb it and needs to improve on defensive awareness and IQ. He needs to curb those complacency in his game. If he cuts that out, then we can have a conversation. But now I don't like how he plays sometimes. He's been getting away with it. If you actually watch our games meticulously, you'll see that Zini be getting away with this kind of errors. He needs to cut out this kind of errors from his game permanently. Just like we've seen that Gabriel Magalhaes has cut out the errors he made last season, even though they were far and in between. He made some few errors last season, but this is we've not seen Gabriel Magalhaes repeat those kind of errors this season. Zini needs to improve on cutting out those errors from his game, those lapses in concentration, those errors. They're overly confident in the wrong part of the pitch. He needs to cut that out as quick as possible. Odegaard was back to his. Odegaard was looking sizzling. Odegaard was looking sizzling today. I like the way he was twisting, he was turning, half spaces, the pass. He was kind of very sharp. He can still go a gear further, but Odegaard looks like he's getting back to his best. He looked like he has recovered from that hip injury, and it was looking sharp. I like Odegaard looking sharp today. The chance Odegaard was giving, he's in Christmas spirit. Exactly. Unfortunately, Nketiah couldn't convert that chance after Wolves reduced the deficit to 2-1. That was a great chance. I'm not going to overly criticize Nketiah for that because that was a close one. So anybody can miss that kind of chance. It wasn't that Nketiah shot wide of the post, wide of the mark. It was a very tight chance, and he should have done better. I agree. Nketiah should have done better, but that wasn't bad. So let me see. Let's put on the screen the match statistics. You can see that we have 56% of the possession. They had 44. We had 19 shots, 6 on target, and we scored from 2. They had 6 shots, 3 on target, and they scored 1. 4 corners to 0. They had no corner. It shows how we control the game. We dominated the game. We had 10 fouls. They had 10 fouls. 1 yellow card to Saliba. Unfortunately, that was a very soft yellow card. That was a soft yellow card. That's Saliba's first yellow card this season. Shout out to him. That was a soft yellow card. We had 3 offside. They had 0. So you can see the total control from the statistics. So you can see that we controlled it. Look at it. They had no corner kick and they had no offside. It shows total domination from us, aside of Zinchenko, who decided to offer them a Christmas gift by giving away that sloppy chance to Wolves, and which they actually converted. So let me take this slide off the screen. Mattel Simpson comes on that chat. Arteta does not play games. Exactly. He wants to stifle teams. He wants to control games. And he wants to win, which he did. We stifle the team. We see control is the key thing. You don't go gongo up and down with this kind of teams. If you want to play that kind of game, you are offering them chances to score. But Arteta wants to make sure you stifle them. You make sure you have the position of the ball. When we have the possession of the ball, there's no way the opposition can actually threaten us. Now, we might not be in their half all the time, but you cannot play with 2 balls. Provided you have the possession of the ball, there is no chance of them scoring. So sometimes you have to watch football with a third eye, with a different kind of IQ, right? So the way I say Arsenal wants to play this season is to make sure we do not exert too much energy. We want to control games and stifle them. So after scoring, if there is no clear-cut chance for you to go and score, do not give up the possession of the ball. Because if your position doesn't have the ball, they can hurt you, which kind of makes sense. So I like how we're playing, even though some of you might not like it because it's not the most aesthetically pleasing and exciting to watch. I agree. But Do you want to win or you want to look good? You have to choose one. We looked good last season, we didn't win. This time we want to look good and win. So we have to choose when to look good and win, when we just have to just be efficient and not look good and win. I will take both. I want to be efficient and win. And when it's possible to look good, you look good and win. When it's impossible, you just want to win. This is time to bring in the trophies. And we're not playing badly because you have to factor the fact that the oppositions are actually human beings. They have managers and coaches. They want to negate us from beating them. So we cannot just analyze football from our own perspective only, or how we should have done this. They are trying to stop us from scoring as much as we're trying to score. So you have to analyze it two ways and give the benefit of the doubt to the opposition team sometimes and give them some credit. So we're not playing a training match. We're not playing against training props. We're not playing, say, against horrible teams. These are very decent teams, and if you give them chances like Zenit did, they will hurt you. So we need to be more graceful in our analysis of the game. So I love the game. We won. We are leading with 4 points. Let's see what City and Tottenham Hotspur can play tomorrow. So it's looking we are playing Luton on Tuesday. So I understand Ateta substitutions by taking out Martinelli, I think in the 70th minute or 80th minute to rest him. I understand taking out Saka. I understand bringing in Kivio so that after we consider a goal, so we can be more defensive solid, have our defensive solidarity because Wolves are beginning to be more adventurous, trying to collide. So you have to have a check and balance. I hope Ateta can call and show Zini the tape so that he can understand that at crucial part of the match, you do not need to take certain risk when the opposition are close to your box. Zini is an experienced bloke. He's an experienced player. He should be doing better than giving those kind of cheap concessions. You're waiting for Mbappe to come home. You guys, I think are you joking? You guys be believing all kinds of rumors on it. You think Mbappe will come to us? I'm sorry to bust your bubble. I would love him to come. I don't think this is possible. It's not everything you believe on the internet. Come on, let's be real. Mbappe ain't coming to us now. I'm sorry, he's not coming to us. I would love him to come, but can we just stay grounded and be real? Can we just enjoy our victory? Yes, I do. Okay, I can't stop you from believing whatever you want to believe, right? But logically, come on. Nah, we're not spending that kind of money on his wages and transfer fee to bring in a player that can actually destabilize the team with his ego, destabilize the team with his selfishness. Come on, man. Nah, come on. Arteta would not sign such a player, not because he cannot control him, but because there are some players that are uncontrollable. You see the jokes and the baggage Mbappe comes in with. He's an exceptional player. He's a world-class player, but it comes with too much. We've seen the drama at PSG. So now let's continue to enjoy our victory today against Wolves, and let's leave this Mbappe ambition on the side. You want Mbappe to come to us? Okay, I wish you all the best. Shout out to MM. So we're in the top 9. The margins are so close. Okay, you guys need the top now. Where is the top 9 you want to get? I'm sure you guys want to call Ivan Tony and what's his name? Osimhen. Guys, see, everybody can look good in other team. Ivan Tony and Osimhen will not do more than what Kai Havertz and Jesus are doing. That's my opinion. It might differ from that. Do not fall for the hype. Osimhen is playing in Italy. The Italian league is not as tough or as competitive as the English Premiership. And Ivan Tony doing great at Brentford. It's not the same thing as Arsenal. I get it. You want Jesus to score more goals. I want Jesus to score more goals. I think he is not as prolific in front of goal, but what he provides us by facilitating for the likes of Saka and Martinelli is something that statistics cannot catch. Watch the game. Right? Everything is not start. Watch the game. Right? Ivan Toney reminds me of when we brought in Francis Jeffers a few years ago from Everton, was scoring a lot of goals, came to Arsenal and flopped. So not everything that glitters that is gold. I get it. The media is pushing it. Arsenal is just bringing Ivan Toney and win the league. Absolute bollocks. Ivan Toney might score 1 or 2 more goals ahead of Jesus, but you will not contribute to the effectiveness of Saka and Martinelli. You watch the game and understand that the reason why Martinelli and Saka are prolific with our team and playing fantastic is it is Jesus. It's Jesus. Jesus is selfless. He works for the team. He creates chaos. He creates space for the others. Do not underrate that. Don't underrate that. Ivan Toney is just a battering ram. As I understand, some of you are used to watching the football through the English lens. These guys are overrated. They are not as good as the English press and some of the English content creators are pushing it. Ivan Toney is not world class. He's not. He's not an Arsenal player. He's not technical. Like he's not technical enough. Like, what are people watching sometimes? Let's leave banter aside. Like, what are you watching? Ivan Toney is not an Arsenal player. Arsenal can do better. No, I'm not going to spend 100 million pounds on a 28-year-old player who is yet to play any competitive matches for England, but he is the one that will come and solve our goal scoring, quote unquote, our goal scoring problem. Interesting. I find that very, very interesting. Mateo Simpson, Ivan Toney is not an Arsenal. Exactly, he's not. He's not that. He doesn't have the quality. Don't fall for the hype. He doesn't have. Let him go to Chelsea. Let's what he's going to do there. Let him go to Man U. Is not as good. So, guys, let's go to enjoy this victory. Saka scoring the first, then Odegaard making it to for me. That was good. I enjoyed the game. We should have scored a few more goals to improve our goal difference. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. So, Luton on Tuesday. Hopefully, we can go there and demolish them. Should be an away match. And another dent on today's game was Tomiyasu. We don't know how serious the injury is to Tomiyasu. Hopefully, it's not a long-term injury because we saw him walk out of the pitch by himself unaided. Hopefully, it's not a long-term injury because we will be needing Tomiyasu in the Anfield game. Hopefully, Tomiyasu is hale and hearty and it's fine. And hopefully, just a knock and he can run it out in the next few training sessions. So that's the only dent or the merit of the game against Wolves today. So, Madison say good night. Okay. Is it your bedtime? Okay, no problem. Take care. Good night, Mateo Simpson. So, 2-1. Good game. Dominated the game. Scored 2 good goals. Should have scored more. But it is what it is. Guys, do me that kind favor. Like the video. Yeah, they have 12 of you on the stream at the moment. I have just 4 likes. Come on, guys. Make sure you strike a like on the video. Very, very important. If you are new to my channel and you are yet to subscribe, make sure you subscribe. In Arsenal. So good night. Okay, good night to you guys. It seems like most of you are watching from Nigeria. I'm sure it's late in Nigeria. Shout out to you guys for making it interactive and coming here. I really appreciate that. You're not yet subscribed. On your way out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Sometimes YouTube will be tripping. Make sure you check whether you're subscribed or not, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to like the video too. Very, very important. You like the video. So that'll be all for now. I should be back to do a review of all today's matches later tonight. Man, you'll be playing the next few hours. That should be an interesting game against Newcastle. That should be an interesting game. Onana should be performing. You know, we all know Onana is a comedian, so Onana will be starring in that match. Make sure you have a look out for that. So, guys, thank you for coming to this channel to enjoy the match reaction. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. So, guys, I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Like the video on your way out. Subscribe here to subscribe. Turn on your notification bells, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.